Now, of course, there's a fatwa by our beloved Sheikh Fawzan, Hafidhahullah Ta'ala. And the fatwa of the Sheikh is that you should not speak of your previous sins, if Allah, even for da'wah purposes. However, our other Sheikh, Hafidhahullah, Sheikh Abdul Razzaq ibn Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad, said, as it relates to sharing his stories, speaking about our brother Napoleon, probably know him, Muta'. That was a fatwa for him. Being a means of publicizing his sins, this is not the case. The story being means of publicizing the sins, which is forbidden in Islam, this is not the case. Rather, he should not speak about what he did in the past in much detail, nor should he speak about it in a manner of glorification. And this is very important. When we speak about some sins, none of the youth are allowed to say, well, let me try it. Let me try it because he tried it, and now he's guided, Allah will guide me. No. From now I'm telling you, whatever happened, it was wrong, it remains to be wrong. And I will give you some examples as we go along. He said, we have books which contain the biographies of the Salaf, some detailing who and what they were prior to Islam. So how did we get this information except that they exposed some of it, as it is means of education, not as means of entertainment and glorification. And that is the niyyah tonight, inshaAllah. One vivid example of this is the story of the Salaf by the name Al-Fudayl ibn Ayyad, which you should know. Rahimahullah, who was on his way to commit zina. He was on his way to commit fornication with a woman, and in the process of climbing the wall to her house for that purpose, he overheard some of the Muslims performing salah, and in the salah the person was reciting the ayah, has not the time come that the hearts of the believers tremble with fear for the remembrance of Allah and what He has revealed of the truth? And so that was a reminder for him, and he changed his mind and he became who he is. Al-Fudayl rahimahullah, which we quote until today. So he said he was on his way to commit zina wal-'iyadhu billah. But there was a lesson behind it. So how did we get that story from the Salaf had that not been permissible at all times? And the Shaykh continues to say, some of the scholars differed on this matter, but the position that I incline towards is the position of the major scholars that came before me, namely Shaykh Muhammad bin Ibrahim, Shaykh bin Uthaymeen, and Shaykh bin Baz rahimahumullah. That if it is for the purpose of spreading Islam, then we should take advantage of it and not leave it as an empty void to be filled with the people of desires and innovations. Okay? So it's an educational story, not one of entertainment. Even though there may be some elements of entertainment, because some crazy things happen, I'll tell you that much. But that is not the objective. The objective is we learn so that we don't fall into the same trap that I fell into. And that we can educate others about the consequences of things which we have taken lightly. And you will see many examples of that, inshaAllah.